Well, went almost exactly as I thought it would. So, yeah, let's go into it. What is up, everybody? Calling all Angels, and we are talking Kansas City Current versus Angel City. The big matchup from this weekend, turning out pretty much about the way I expected, a 1-1 draw. I am going to zoom my own screen back so we can actually see this thing. There we go. I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay. So, for those who weren't watching, I was able to see most of the match. I was not able to catch all of it due to just, as I had said, a lot of stuff going on this particular weekend. The opening to watch again should be back this week. So, Haley Hopkins was quite the major player in the early part of the match, picking up a yellow card in the first 10 minutes and scoring the equalizer for KC in the 26th off a setup from Izzy Rodriguez. She was definitely the major focal point in the early portion. However, the star of the game for Angel City early on was Taylor Suarez, who put the first goal in. And this was a very, putting aside the fact it was a really nice goal, it was just good to see Suarez finally break through because she's been close for a while. I'm glad she was able to put that one into the net. And as I said, I expected KC to pick up a goal. That said, I was not expecting Angelina Anderson to have to basically put on a clinic of how to stop shots in order to maintain that. It was definitely touch and go there for a while. Kansas City definitely wanted their 3 points back on this one, but it just did not manifest for them. Now, going into the second half, the opportunities were there for Angel City. They just never managed to put any in. I will give special credit to Ali Sentner, who, while she did take a match, you should all say yellow card. This makes it look like there was a bunch of goals being scored. There were not. It'll just be faster to copy and paste. There we go. Yeah, that's more in line with what was happening here. A lot of yellow cards, but Ali Sentner, an hour in, takes a yellow card. But she was playing really well at just setting up balls in, and there were some good opportunities available. They just weren't capitalized on. I knew Kansas City was going to be pretty difficult, and being able to salvage a point was just deeply important here, and Angel City did succeed at what they needed to succeed at. So, viewed through that lens, I think both teams probably came away thinking they could have gotten 3, but that's usually the sign that you were probably, this was a deserved draw for both squads. Going forward here, Angel City at this stage is 16 matches into a 30-match season, and they have some very important games coming up. We'll be talking this week. They're coming to Seattle, who are one of their main challengers for a spot in the postseason. Week after that, they are at home against the Washington Spirit, who are currently laying claim to the top of the league. And then the week after that, they face Gotham, who also is currently sitting second in the league, the main challenger for the Washington Spirit. So big homestand in those 2 weeks before a midweek game in North Carolina, which will absolutely be necessary, and an end-of-month match in Boston, which, given the difficulty of some of these opponents, is probably going to be a must-win in that stage. So, a lot to be said in general. Definitely not going to be a easy journey for anybody, but it has been quite a solid run in July. Now here in August, I just brought up here five matches coming up. that are going to put them into the 21 out of 30 matches played at that stage. This could be a very crucial stretch for where Angel City sits, because you take advantage and win quite a few of these, you might find yourself looking at potentially a home playoff match. On the other hand, if you botch a few of these, especially the ones that aren't against teams near the top of the table, you're looking at fighting for those last couple playoff spots where you are right now, and it becomes a very stressful September and October. So a lot to be done here going forward. As for Kansas City, obviously 18 matches in the books, 12 to go. And what they'll be dealing with is a road trip here to Houston here next Saturday. That actually might be the live that we end up doing. The week after that, they play on the Friday window, going to Gotham. And then host Seattle on the 22nd. That'll be a Saturday. And then conclude their month of August hosting North Carolina. So 4 very important matchups coming up for them as well. Kansas City will be, in that sense, they will be looking at, I just realized I given that update earlier. It was my screen had not refreshed. Now the matches actually look a lot more set. I was like, why are we still in 9th? Okay, so I'm just going to have to cut that entire beginning part out. So if you notice an edit out of the end there, yeah, that's because the screen had not refreshed. And so I was dealing with outdated standings. Angel City is sitting in 8th, which is what I had expected originally, because I was like trying to figure out how the math was mathing here. But yeah, Angel City is actually in 8th at the moment. +7 goal differential, keeping them at 8th position ahead of Seattle, who is even on points but at a -1, and Orlando, who is even on points but at a -4. They are 1 point behind North Carolina for the 7th position. They are 5 points behind Portland for 6th with 2 matches in hand. 6 behind Kansas City with 2 matches in hand. So in theory, if every match in hand was won by Angel City, they would reach the 5th place position, sitting at 29 points. Now the big situation with that becomes, at that stage, you're 3 points behind San Diego, 4 behind Utah, and so a lot going on there. And then Gotham and Washington continuously trading back and forth. In fact, Gotham actually is 1 point ahead. I thought they were still level with the goal differential being the separator, but no, Gotham actually did get a 37, so they are up on that. So yeah, this whole thing is just cursed. This has been just an awkward one in general. So I've got to actually make some updates on this one here, but in any case, the actual match information, pretty solid there. And what I would say, looking forward here for both teams as they sit on the lower 4 playoff spots, if there is going to be any run at those higher positions and a challenge for home positioning, anything like that, whether you're Kansas City or Angel City, this August is the make or break on that, and that's going to decide whether you're playing up with the heavier hitters or whether you're going to fall back and be in a fight for your positioning. But yeah, Angel City Seattle is going to be a very good matchup here as they both contend for their positioning. That is a Sunday night matchup that might be possible to do, but I can't guarantee that one. And then one last bit of announcement here. We got here is Angel City will be playing on Decision Day. They have just announced it. Rather than being at BMO, they'll be concluding the season at a home game in Carson, California, at the LA Galaxy's stadium. So I'm guessing that has to do with some scheduling snafus. My immediate thought would be LAFC has a match coming up on November 1st as well, and they were trying to sort out how it would shake out. And since at this current moment, LAFC, to my knowledge, is faring a little bit better. That might be why they got... Yeah, they're currently sitting tied for first. And so, in their conference. So LAFC do have a game on November 1st against Minnesota, which could end up being very important for the Shield, or at the very least top seed of the West, whereas Angel City, no guarantees yet where they're positioned, so looks like LAFC is getting the priority on that one. Unfortunate, but you got to cede to the team that's that's projecting a better shot at the title. Hopefully, the same favor will be done when Angel City finally does make a real push to the top of the table, makes a run at the Shield. LAFC will return that favor someday. For now, though, it is what it is. Hope you all enjoy your football. Enjoy anything you'll be tuning into this week. Go Angels.